Hey everybody, it's Tony from Tony'sHealthTips.org, and I'm back with another episode of Buy This, Not That. And I'm standing here in the freezer section of the grocery store, but I'm actually here to talk about bread. Because bread, one of the big secrets of the grocery store, the healthiest bread is found in the freezer section, not in the bakery, and not in the aisle that might have all the other bread in it. And the main reason for that is because the freezer section is going to have bread that doesn't have preservatives. It needs to be frozen. It needs to be frozen and refrigerated so that it doesn't go bad because there are no preservatives in it. All that bread that you see on the shelf that's just sitting there and that might, take a few weeks to go old is loaded with preservatives. Depending on your age, you may have grandparents who had bread boxes. Bread boxes are like starting to become extinct now because we put so much darn preservatives in our bread that we don't even need them anymore. So what we want to do is take a look at the ingredients here. Let's start with the bad stuff. Here's some hamburger rolls I grabbed from the section over there that had all the bread. You're going to see, hopefully you can see this, the label is kind of in an awkward spot on this corner here, but there is high fructose corn syrup in here. It doesn't taste sweet. You don't taste this bread and say, ooh, I love how sweet this is. It tastes like candy. Yet for some reason they choose to put high fructose corn syrup in here as well as a ton of preservatives. High fructose corn syrup is a sweetener, not a preservative. So you're getting the preservatives plus the high fructose corn syrup. On this one here, this is another bread. This one looks a lot healthier. It says 100% whole wheat. There's some seeds and stuff it looks like on there. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at this label. You are going to see so many sweeteners. Let me count them, okay? Hang on one second. We've got brown sugar is 1. We've got honey is 2. We've got molasses is 3. And we've got raisin juice is 4. So there's not high fructose corn syrup, but there's 4 different sweeteners in here. Raisin juice isn't a bad thing, but those other 3 are bad, and in total that's 4 sweeteners on this one darn thing. We've also got soy lecithin, and that's a problem. You know why? Because they just lied to you. Made with natural ingredients. Folks, there's nothing natural about soy lecithin. Soy lecithin is made by extracting oil from soybeans. They then separate that oil, and then they then bleach the powder that's left over. There's nothing natural about that, but they can get away with calling it natural because there's no legal definition of natural. And their argument will be, well, soy is natural, so soy lecithin is natural. High fructose corn syrup is natural. Corn is natural, so high fructose corn syrup is natural. They're lying to you because there's not a legal definition of natural, so they can get away with it. There is a legal definition of organic, and it's a lot harder to skirt around that. So again, when you're looking at breads, look for the sweeteners, but also those preservatives. Let's see what we've got in here that's preserving these breads. In this particular bread, it's calcium propionate. I can't even pronounce it. It even says in there in parentheses 4 preservatives. So they even admit what they are. You can find them really easily. You're not going to find any preservatives except sea salt. You're not going to find any artificial preservatives on this label. This Ezekiel bread is great stuff. I don't like to advertise particular products necessarily, but this is really, really good stuff if you're going to be buying bread out there. It looks kind of funky. It's got like Bible verses on it and stuff like that. It looks a little different. It may be a little more inconvenient because it's frozen and you got to warm it up, but this is the bread that you want. So buy this, not this, and not that. Remember, you've only got one body. Take care of it.